Now, I know obviously your mother gave you a great example of what leadership was, but what for you really kind of got you into this space? Like, when was the entry point for you?
Well, to me, my entry point was really personal development. And I tell people all the time that leadership starts on the inside, but it doesn't stay there. For those that are writing, take your notes, write that down. Leadership starts on the inside, but it doesn't stay there. Because once you develop as a person, the next logical step is for you to help other people around you to develop. Once you learn how to lead yourself, then you can help other people do the same. And that was it was my catalyst, it was my starting point, developing as a person. But then I started to notice that some of the tools and techniques and tips that I learned, other people needed to learn them as well. And so again, I could have just said, well, okay, well, I got mine, you get yours. No, I realized that I had a responsibility and an obligation. Oh, speaking of responsibility, I heard the best definition of responsibility. And to me, it's so plain that anybody can get it. Responsibility is nothing more than your ability to respond. Let me say that again. Responsibility is nothing more than your ability to respond. So if you have an ability to respond, then it's your responsibility. Well, when it comes to talking about leadership, I've been given an ability to respond. So I have a responsibility of sharing with everybody who will listen the importance of first development as a person, personal development, and then taking that and sharing that with the rest of the world. So becoming a leader and showcasing that so other people can see that it's possible, that it's possible. We need to have examples of what is possible. And I want to thank you, Justin, because you actually are becoming a poster child for, again, what is possible when it comes to automation and technology. And so even in your own space, you are a leader. You are a pioneer. You are showing other young people it can be done.
I'll take that. I like that. I like that. I like that. And if y'all aren't watching, so again, for the folks who are listening versus watching, I am taking notes. Like I've written down a few snack, little snippets that I'm getting here that I'm enjoying. And so y'all, when we say like take notes, like you really should be taking notes. And you're never too good to take notes. Like I know
Right.
this is me interviewing him, but I'm not too good to take notes and really learn and grow in every opportunity we get. And so again, that's part of leadership, right? As
Yeah.
I've learned, one story I'll share with you real quick. And so before this COVID stuff and life got busy and all that, and really before my second child, was doing a lot of martial arts. And so our master of our school came in, and one of the things he said is like, look, no matter how good I am in here, whenever I go somewhere else, I take the black belt off and I leave it, right? And I allow myself to learn, so that way I can bring stuff back to you all, because that's a part of leadership. So part of being a leader is learning. And so as Saucony takes his time to grace us with all this information, I just encourage everyone just to remember, you're never too good to learn or take something and write some notes down. So hopefully you write at least one thing down from this, as we go through this. Now, Saucony, what I would like to hear from you, and because I'm sure there's a million tips you can give on leadership, right? A million things you can tell someone. But again, there are folks that are listening probably at all spans of life right now, different situations. But I'm usually working with coaches.
Right.
So if you had to give 3 tips or 3 to 5 things that they could do to improve their level of leadership or take their level of leadership to the next level in the space of coaching, speaking, training, what would those things be?
Okay. Well, I have 4. That's right.
Perfect.
4. So
Perfect.
So we can go on and start lining them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first thing you need to do when it comes to leadership is you have to get your emotions in check. Okay. You have to get them in check. I tell people all the time, emotions are like children. You should never let your emotions drive because they're not covered on your insurance.
Okay.
Okay? Never let your emotions drive because they're not covered on your insurance. Because I know that there are a lot of people that have done stuff while they were emotional that they had to pay for later. The emotion may have long gone, but you have to live with the consequences. So get your emotions in check. You know, never let your emotions drive. Never make decisions based on your emotions. Second thing is you need to get your mind right. So number 2, get your mind right. That means mentally prepare yourself for what's coming ahead. That means making a plan, coming up with the way for you to actually get to where you want to be. You know, most of the time things happen to us and we have a response. And most of the time that response is emotional. That's why I said the first thing we need to do, get our emotions in check. Second thing is get our mind right. Okay, now that I've calmed down, I've settled down, I'm not making decisions solely based on emotions. I'm now making, in fact, decisions based on the facts and the information that is presented. So got my emotions in check. I got my mind right. The third thing is I need to do is I need to take action. I need to take action. And that means to not only just come up with the plan, but I need to carry it out. And from a leadership standpoint, delegating those responsibilities. There are some things that you have to do, but other stuff you just need to oversee. And making that determination, okay, is this something that I need to take care of or something that I can actually pass off to someone else? Because you really want to develop other people so that you're not always the linchpin for everything that you do. And so that means you're going to have to find some people that you trust, pour into them, invest in them, show them their worth so that when it comes time to delegate, you can do just that. Okay, so first thing is get your emotion checked. Second thing is get your mind right. Third thing was take action, and either you taking action or putting it in the hands of somebody else that can actually carry it out. But the fourth thing, and this one here, is kind of comical, but it's true.
Okay.
You have to repeat.
Mm-hmm.
You have to repeat, and this is why. Because after you got your emotions in check, after you've gotten your mind right, after you've taken action, something is not going to go exactly the way it was planned.
Right.
And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get in your feelings again. Your emotions going to get out of whack. You're going to find yourself, frustrated, upset, or why did this work the way I wanted it to work? So you're going to have to repeat the process. And so many people think, okay, I got my emotion check, I got my plan together, I took action, and everything is in a perfect world, everything will work out fine, and you wouldn't have to do number 4. But since we don't live in a perfect world, inevitably something along the line is going to go wrong, go awry, get messed up, and you're going to get back to number 1 again. So if you know you have to repeat, you will prepare yourself for that process.